Welcome to my little tropical farm. So our plan today is to clip a wing and move them to the other room, the snake room, where we're clipping a wing because we don't think they could easily fly out, but they could get out, and we want to keep them kind of contained in there for a week or two. Okay, that is not food. So if you see right here, the bottom part of the wing, and I checked the other day to make sure that when they're growing, there could be like blood still in there, but there isn't. So this should not hurt her at all. I'm a little nervous, but it should not hurt her at all. Okay. And now she won't be able to fly. Okay, so here's our last chickie out of the 7. And worst comes to worst, we take some food, because they're all suckers for food. Wow. Come here, chickie. Chick, 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 chick. Where did all your sisters go? Chick, 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 chick. Chick, 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 chick. Chick, chick. Oh, you're no dummy. Well, you might be. Chick, chick, chick. Yes. This room is now very much too big. Between my legs. Now we'll take you to the other room and show you the minuscule changes we've done. So bye-bye this room. This is going to become the room for the littler chicks in a minute. Well, not a minute, but probably by the end of today or tomorrow. We got to clean it up pretty good. Okay. So now all 7 chicks are together. As you can see, we cut apart the nest boxes that were in the chicken area and took just 3 boxes, put them in here. They still need a little cleaning up, but the wood is good enough. That white stuff is all diatomaceous earth that we put all over it because it was just covered in giant ants. And we've got to get some hay for that, but they're not ready to be laying yet anyway. So we'll bring their food in here next, and their food and water, although I'm sure there's more bugs in here than there were in there for them to go after. So the other thing is we do have this partially closed off. It's still not fully closed off. So snakes and whatnot can get in, but Mario's cleaned up the whole outside, and so there's not a lot of tall grass and weeds out there for the snakes, so they're less likely to get in here. I think that's it for now, and we'll see how they do. We're going to build another set of roosts so that when we have all the other chickens in here as well, they all have room to roost. It's early in the morning, and I'm going to check on the chicks for the first day since they've been back in the big room, also known as the snake room. I'm a little worried, but at some point they're going to be free-ranging, so I need to leave them. I hear them, so that's a good sign. But yeah, I'm a little concerned. Let's see how they do it. Okay, here we go. Oh, look. 2, 4, 6, all 7 of them looking good. That's good news. So, here they go. All right, let's check their food. They've got plenty of food, but maybe we'll bring them some more because they eat a lot more during the day. And then we're gonna change their water. And this little dish had some, I put some milk that's going bad in there, and then I accidentally left it out for a few hours, and it was amazing. In a few hours, it like turned into yogurt. So I brought it to them. They ate it. I've been told that store-bought milk, it spoils, it doesn't clabber. So I've been told I could give it to them. Some people said they don't give them anything spoiled. So it was just starting to go bad. So I gave it to them, but I think the rest of that milk is going to go in the compost. But they're doing pretty good. Yay! No snakes. Yay! We moved the little chicks over to their new area, which is where the big chicks were twice. But I took down the wall. Remember, we had the half wall up for the big chicks just because I only took down the top to give them the whole room. So we took down the wall, cleaned this whole place up, and then put in new rice hulls and put the wall back up. I put the wall up this time so that it was up against this post on both sides, because last time the chicks did what these guys are doing now, and they jumped up and there was a gap where the fence was, and they just literally walked to the back room and then couldn't figure out how to get back, and the little one that did it freaked out. It happened a couple of times with the other chicks, so this time I was smarter. There is no gap for them, and so here they are. Yeah, you get enough water for now. I think that's all I have to tell you about here. We do have their light here. It's not on right now because it is, well, my watch says it's 88 degrees, but it's in the high 80s, low 90s. We will turn the light on at night. Yesterday, it rained most of the day, so if that were to happen again, we would keep the light on all day. But they're doing fine. They seem to like the corners. The few times I've checked on them, they seem to be in the corners. But they are eating and drinking, so they're doing good. Another morning on the farm. The little chickens are doing great. My 8 hens. They, for some reason, make a lot less mess with their food than the other group did. But they're doing really well in here. While I'm in the chicken area, we are going to look at this pepper plant. I was going to say these peppers they seem to only turn orange, but here's a red one on the ground that's gone bad, but still it is red. So I got to keep an eye on these. And we have a few that are orange, but not too many that are red. I'd like to get them before any animals do. I was told they're ready when they're green, so I'm going to take all the orange ones and then some of the ones that are coming close to orange, and probably leave most of the green ones on here. So I just picked a handful of the peppers, as you can see right there. But this one that I'm holding that is mostly red, I'm actually going to go sprinkle those seeds in the garden and see if I can grow. It's probably the best one to grow. The other ones are more orange, although in the camera they look kind of red, but they're green and orange. I'm also going to take a cutting and try and plant that. Now, I'm not positive of the best way to do this, but I did bring some honey down with me, which I put over here. Just a teeny bit of honey. I don't have any rooting hormone, so honey is supposed to work. Don't know if it works as well, but I did use it on some other cuttings. I'll show you when we go up to the garden, and we will see. I think I'm going to pick those orange peppers just so we get them. I hear thunder in the background, so we're not going to take too long. But probably the perfect time to cut this stuff is, and replant it is right before it rains. Let's see if we can balance you here. No, probably can't. I don't think I can hold you and cut it at the same time, but we'll try that. So I want to take some leaves that look pretty good, but I really didn't want to take any peppers off the leaves. So I am just going to take this cutting right here, and I'm going to dip it in the honey right now. So honey is supposed to make a decent rooting hormone because it does have enzymes in it that are supposed to work. But and we'll bring this up to the garden. I did one the other day, and it looks like it's dying, But I don't know if it's because it's not rooting or because we had heavy rains or what. So we'll try again. And next time I go into town, I probably will buy some rooting hormone. We are now at the garden, and to show you a few things. So one of my friends gave me a bunch of herbs the other day, and this is oregano. I believe it's a Cuban oregano, but I'm not positive. And these were just cuttings, and I did dip them in honey before I planted them. She had had them in water. So I dipped them in honey and planted them, and it's been, I think, about 4 or 5 days, and they're doing really well. So that's great. Yeah, it's been 5 days. Just to show you my zinnia looks great, my one little zinnia plant. The other things I also planted, they're doing okay, but not as well. They're curling a little, and they're planted, you can hardly see them because they're planted kind of among the, oh shoot, you're not going to believe what I just did, but I just dropped my little pepper plant. Oh, here, no, that's not it. I lost my pepper plant. I did plant some rosemary. It died. I planted another pepper plant somewhere. If I could find it, I'll tell you. Oh, it's over here. It's not doing very well. So I would say it's pretty much dead too. But we'll see. And then on the other side, I have some parsley that's doing okay. That was replanted. The pepper plant isn't in great shape, but I did find it. And I am going to put it right here. Right here with the other one in the same hole. I'm not sure it's going to survive this. And I'm not sure I can get my tripod to stand properly. Okay, there we go. It shouldn't take much to get it in the ground. And it was already kind of bent over. It was kind of a bent thing, but I don't think it's going to make it. But it's worth a try. The sun oven has been in use all day today. First, I made some more roasted garlic. I showed that in a previous video. And now I am making, don't know if you could see that, but that is pork rind. I'm making some chicharrones. So I boiled the pork skins for an hour. Then I made sure that all the fat and everything was off of them. And now I'm dehydrating them in the sun oven. And if you could see it, the temperature is at just barely 150, which is where it should be. I do have a dehydrator as well, but the dehydrator will heat up the house a little bit, and anything we can do to not heat up the house is wonderful. So I'll keep you posted on how these come out. Okay, my oil is at about 325, and let's see how it goes. Shouldn't take long for them to puff up. What will happen is they will puff up. They're releasing what little moisture is left in them, and they'll puff up and float to the top. And really, once they're floating, they should be good enough to come out. We'll salt them, and they'll make a great snack. Okay, so again, these are what the dehydrated pork rinds look like. They're thin. And when you put them in the oil, they just puff right up. Ow. So those are our pork rinds. We had quite a busy week this week. We appreciate that you joined us on our journey for the week and hope that you will join us again. Please subscribe and hit notify so you're notified when our videos come out. Like this video if you liked it, and we love getting comments, so please leave a comment below. See you next week.